Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 10 math. So we're working on the book Principles of Mathematics grade 10. Chapter we're working on is quadratic equations, and the lessons we're going to start with is the quadratic formula and interpreting quadratic equation roots. So basically the lesson, the quadratic formula we have started in the last session. So we're going to continue the same lesson. Okay, here it is. I think we have done till question number 10. We have to start with question number 11. So let's just start with question number 11. Okay, what do you notice? Okay, let's start with question number 12. Algebraically determine the points of intersection for the parabola. Let's start with question number 12. So you are given two of the parabolas. You have to calculate their point of intersection, right? So let's just start with question number 12. Equations are you are given the equations. They are y equals 2x square plus 5x minus 8. And the other equation is y equals negative 3x square plus 8x minus 1. Y equals negative 3x square plus 8x minus 1. Hold on. Let me just confirm. Plus 8x minus 1. Okay. So you have to calculate the parabola, point of intersection of the parabola, right? Okay, so at the point of intersection, the y values of the parabolas are equal, right? That means you have to equate both the values. They are 2x square plus 5x minus 8 equals negative 3x square plus 8x minus 1, right? So let's just move them one side. So it would be plus 3x square plus 5x minus 8x minus 8 plus 1 equals 0. It would be 5x square minus 3x and minus 7 equals 0. Now you can apply either quadratic formula or any formula and calculate the value of x and x, right? Let's just apply the quadratic formula. A equals 5, b equals negative 3, c equals negative 7, right? So it would be x equals negative b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, right? Let's just apply the formula. Okay, so negative b is already negative 3, so negative negative positive 3 plus minus b square, negative 3 square is 9, minus minus plus 7 times 5 is 35, and 35 times 4 is 4 times 5 is 20, 4, 12, 14, 140 it is, plus 140 divided by 2a, that would be 10. Okay, so it is 3 plus square root 149 divided by 3 plus minus square root 149 divided by 10. Okay, let me just calculate the values. Okay, so square root 149 is square root 149 square root 149 is 12.2. Okay, so you have to do 3 plus 12.2 divided by 24.2 divided by 10. So one of the value is 2.42. The values are x equals negative 0.9, 207 and the other one is 1.5207. Okay, these are the values of x, right? So you have to substitute the value of x back in the equation, right? Either of the equation you can put. Let's just start with x equals negative 9.207 in equation number 1. Y equals 2 because you have to calculate the point of intersection. 9207 square plus 5 times 0.9207 minus 8, right? Let me just do calculations. It would be negative 10.91, right? So that means one of the point of intersection is negative 0.9207 and negative 10.91. And for the other point of intersection, you can put the point in the 1.527 in the same equation. It would be 2, 1.5207 square plus 5, 1.5207 minus 8, right? So when you do calculations, it would be 4.23. So that means the other one of the point intersection is this. The other one is 1.507 and 4.23, right? This is the other point of intersection. Got it? Okay. Let's start with question number 13. Calculate the value of x. If this is a right angle triangle, you can simply apply the Pythagorean theorem and you can calculate the value of x, right? Okay, let's start with question number 14. A trained stunt driver is driving off a platform that is 15-meter high into a pool of water that is 45 centimeter deep. The height h in meters of the stunt driver above the water is modeled by h equals negative 4.9 t square plus 1.2 t plus 15, where t is the time in the seconds after starting the dive. A is how long is the stunt diver above 15 meter, how long is the stunt diver in the air. Let's just calculate the question number 14. Okay, the equation you are given is negative 4.9 t square plus 1.2 t plus 15. Negative 4.9 t square plus 1.2 t and plus, hold on, let me just write it down again. H equals negative 4.9 t square plus 1.2 t and plus 15. Let me just confirm the equation. Okay, how long is the stunt driver above 15 meters? So you are given the height 15, right? You have to calculate the time. So just replace the h with 15. Negative 4.9 t square plus 1.2 t and plus 15. So 15 minus 15 is 0 when you move this other side, right? You are left with 0. You can take common t and you are left with negative 4.9 t and plus 1.2. So when you equate them with 0, it would be t equals 0 and negative 4.9 t plus 1.2 equals 0, right? So it would be negative 4.9 t equals 12. So t equals 12 divided by negative 4.9. So the value of the t is negative 4.9, right? So that means the time when the diver is exactly 15-meter high are t equals 0, right? And 4.9. That means the diver is 15-meter high at the beginning of the dive and is 15-meter high again about 4.9 seconds, right? No, no, no. 12 divided by negative 4.9. Hold on. Let me just divide. And it is 1.2, negative 1.2, not 12. Hold on. Let me just divide. I forgot to divide them. 1.2 divided by 4.9, that would be 0.2. T equals 0.2. That means the diver is 15 meter at 0 and then at time to 0.2 seconds, right? Okay, let's just to see what you have to do with the point B. Point B is how long is the stunt diver in the air? You have to calculate the time in the air, right? Okay, so the same equation, just you have to substitute h equals 0 for the b part, right? It would be 0 equals negative 4.9 t square plus 1.9 t and plus 15, right? So just apply the quadratic formula and solve it for the t, right? It would be negative 1.2 plus minus b square 1.2 square minus 4 minus 4.9 15 divided by 2 negative 4.9, right? Let me just do calculations. You have two roots, that would be t equals negative 1.6 and t equals 1.9, right? I just calculated, check the roots online. It would be negative 1.6 and 1.9. That means the time the stunt diver is in the air must be positive, so it would be t equals negative. That means he will be in the air for 1.9 seconds, right? Okay. The next one is question number 16. A square lawn is surrounded by a concrete walkway that is 2.0 meter wide, as shown in the left. Okay. If the area of the walkway equals the area of the lawn, what are the dimensions of the lawn? Express the dimensions to the nearest tenth of a meter. Okay, for example, x is the side length of the lawn, right? Then the area, it would be x times x, that is x square. So the area of the walkway is the area of the entire square minus the area of the lawn. It is 2. X is the side length of lawn, right? So the area of the lawn is x square, right? The area of walkway is area of the square, entire square, right? Area of entire square minus the area of lawn, right? Area of lawn. You can see this one, the green portion is the lawn, and the area, you have to calculate the area of the entire square, and you have to subtract the area of area of lawn. This way you will get the dimensions of the lawn, right? Okay, so the area of the entire square would be, this is 2, right? It would be then x plus 4, x plus 4 square minus x square, right? So let's just equate them. X square equals x plus 4 square minus x square, right? Let's just, x plus 4 square is x square plus 8x plus 16 minus x square, right? So x square and x square cancel out, so you are left with x square equals 8x plus 16. So move them other side, it would be x square minus 8x minus 16. You can apply any formula and calculate the value of x. Let me just check the roots of the equation. So the two roots of the equation are x equals negative 1.7 and x equals 9.7, right? So the length of the lawn must be positive. So that means it would be x equals 9.7, right? Because that is a square, so it would be 9.7 times the dimensions of the lawn are 9.7 times 9.7, right? Okay, the next one is question number 18. Determine the points of intersection of the line y equals 2x plus 5 and the circle x square plus y square equals 36. Okay, question number 18. The two equations are y equals 2x plus 5 and the circle is x square plus y square equals 36. So you have to substitute the equation y equals 2x plus 5 into the equation of circle and simplify. Let's just replace x square plus 2x plus 5 whole square equals 36, right? So when you solve, it would be x square plus 4x square plus 25 plus 1020x equals 36, right? So 4x square plus 1 is 5x square plus 20x. So you have to move 36 this side. It would be 25 minus 36 is minus 11 equals 0, right? Okay, let's just apply the quadratic formula and solve the equation, right? You can use any method to solve the equation. Let me just calculate the roots of the equation. X equals 0.49 and negative 4.49, right? Now you can substitute these points back in the equation and calculate the value of y, right? Y equals 2 times 0.49 plus 5, that would be 5.98. Then the other one is y equals 2 times negative 4.49 plus 5, so that would be negative 3.98, right? So that means the point of intersections are 0.49 and 5.98. The other one is negative 4.49 and negative 3.98. These are the 2 points of intersection, right? Okay, let's just look at the question number 20. Three sides of a right triangle are consecutive even numbers. What measured in centimeter calculate the length of each side? Three sides of a right triangle consecutive even numbers. Okay, even numbers. Question number 20. They are, so let's suppose x is the side length of the smallest side, right? Then the other two numbers are x plus 2 and x plus 4, right? Because they are the consecutive even numbers. So because it is a right angle triangle, so you have to apply the Pythagorean theorem. So that would be the greatest side, that is the hypotenuse, right? So it would be x plus 4 square equals x plus 2 square and plus x square. So it would be x square plus 16x plus 16 plus 8x equals x square plus 4x plus 4 plus x square. Let's just solve x square plus 16 plus 8x equals 2x square plus 4x plus 4. Let's just shift them on this side, right? It would be x square minus 4x, and minus 4 minus 16 is minus 12 equals 0, right? We can factorize 4 times 3 is 12 and okay, you can take common x minus 6 plus 2 x minus 6. So the two factors are x minus 6 and x plus 2. So that means the two values of x are x equals 6 and x equals negative 2, right? It must be side lengths of triangle must be positive, so it would be 6. That means then the side lengths are the first one is 6, the second one is 8, and the third one is 10, right? 6, 8, and 10. So the dimensions of the triangle are 6 centimeter, 8 centimeter, and 10 centimeter, right? Okay, and we are done with the lesson. Let's just start with the next lesson, that is interpreting quadratic equation roots. You can use the quadratic formula to determine whether a quadratic equation has two, one, or no real solutions without solving the equation. The value of the expression d equal b square minus 4ac gives the number of real solutions, right? You can check by the part of the equation b square minus 4ac. You can just check if you have the how many real roots do you have. If d is greater than 0, that means there are two distinct real roots or zeros. If d equals 0, there is one real root or 0. And if d is less than 0, that means you have no real root, right? Okay. Let's start with practice questions. Question number 3 it is. So use the discriminant to determine the number of real solutions that each equation has. So the number discriminant is d equals b square minus 4ac, right? Let's start with question number 3, x square plus 3x minus 5. Okay, the first one is x square minus 3x plus, I think, plus 3x plus 3x minus 5 equals 0, right? Okay, the discriminant is d equals b square minus 4ac, right? You just have to evaluate this and you can see how many roots the equation have, right? Okay, b, a is 1, b is 3, and c is negative 5. So b square 9 minus 4 minus minus plus, and 5 plus 4 is 20. That would be 29, right? That means d is greater than 0. When d is greater than 0, that means the equation have two real roots, right? That means this equation has two real roots. Okay, let's just do another part, that would be f negative 17x minus 9 equals 4x square minus 5x. Negative 17x minus 9 equals 4x square minus 5x. Okay, let's just arrange the equation first, right? It would be 4x square minus 5x plus 17x minus plus 9 equals 0, right? You just moved all the things on the left hand side. So it is 4x square plus 12x. Okay. B is 12, 144. A is 4, B is C is 9. That would be 144. 4 times 4 is 16 and 16 times 9 is 144, right? So 144 minus 144 is 0. You can see D is 0. When the discriminant is 0, that means there is only one real solution. That means for this equation, you have just one real solution, right? Okay, start with question 4. State the number of times that each relation passes through the x. Justify your answer. Okay, let's start with question number 4a. Y equals 3x plus 2 square minus 5. X plus 2 square plus 5 it is, right? Okay, let's just look at the vertex. The vertex is negative 2 and negative 5, right? And a is greater than 0. That means the parabola opens upward. So both the values are negative, right? The vertex is negative. That means the vertex is below the x-axis, right? And because the parabola opens upward, that means it passes through the x-axis in two places, right? Because that the both the points are negative, they are below x-axis, and because the parabola opens upward like this, so that means it passes through the, here is for example x is negative 2 and y is negative 5. Okay, let me just, okay, we can draw the parabola on the board, then we'll see. Okay, the equation is y equals 3x plus 2 whole square minus 5. Okay, you can see here is the parabola, here is the vertex, and also the parabola is touching the x-axis on the 2 points, right? That means d equals 0. So because x has 2 points, that means d must be equal to 0, right? Okay, just look at the other one. For example, f is y equals negative 6x square, right? So in the case y equals negative 6x square, both the vertex is 0 0 in this case, right? Because the vertex is 0 0, that means the parabola is passing through x-axis only once. That means d equals 0, right? Okay, let's just start with question number 5. State the number of time. Okay, without graphing, determine the number of zeros that each relation has. So you don't have to graph, you just have to see how many number of zeros the equation have, right? The first one is, the questions are exactly same. It will be 3 times x plus 2 whole square plus 5, right? Question number 5. That is y equals 3x plus 2 whole square plus 5. Okay, the vertex is negative 2 and 5, right? That means you can see this value is greater than 0. That means the parabola opens upward. Okay, you can see the vertex is above the x-axis, right? That means it never passes through the x-axis, so there are no zeros because the vertex is above the x-axis. That means it indicates g is less than 0, right? Okay, the other equation, let's just do another one. That would be y equals e part y equals 3x square plus 6x minus 8. Y equal 3x square plus 6x minus 8. Okay, so just evaluate d equals b square minus 4ac. That would be 36 minus 4 minus 8, 3. It would be 3 times 4 is 12 and 12 times 8 is positive 96. So when you add, it makes 3x square plus 6x minus 8. So b is 6. 36 plus 96 is 132, right? That means d is greater than 0. D is greater than 0. That means the equation has two roots, right? Okay, let's start with the next one. Okay, let's start with question number 7. In some places, a suspension bridge is the only passage over a river. The height of one such bridge, h in terms above the riverbed, can be modeled by h equals 0.05x square plus 24. How many zeros do you expect the relation to have? Why? If the area was flooded, how high could the water level rise before the bridge was no longer safe to use? Okay, equation is h equals 0.05x square plus 24. If the number h, okay, let me just write down the equation. H equals, the equation is 0.05x square plus 24, right? You can see the x square is positive, right? That means the height is always positive. That means the lowest point of the bridge should be above the water level, right? The vertex, that means the vertex of the parabola should be above the axis, right? Okay, the B is, if the area was flooded, how high could the water level rise before the bridge was no longer safe to use? So for this, you have to calculate the lowest point of the bridge, right? We can by determine the vertex of the model of the height. The model is already in the vertex form. It would be vertex is 0 and 24, right? So the lowest point of the bridge is 24 meter above the riverbed. That means the water level could rise 24 meter above the bridge is no longer safe to use, right? Okay. The next one is question number 9. Determine whether the vertex of the parabola lies above, below, or on x-axis. Explain. How do you know? Question number 9. Equation number 1 is h equals 2t square minus 4t plus 1.5. Minus 4t plus 1.5. Okay, so let's just evaluate discriminant. D equals b square minus 4ac. So b square is 4, 16. Negative 4a is 2, b is 1 point, c is 1.5. So it would be 16 minus 12. That would be 4. So D is greater than 4, right? That means the equation has two zeros. Also, you can see this value is positive. That means A is greater than 0. So the parabola opens upward. So because the parabola opens upward and it has two zeros, so that means its vertex must lie below the x-axis, right? Because that's the only condition. When the vertex of the parabola is below the x-axis, the parabola always touches the x-axis into 2 points, right? Okay, let's just do another one. D. H equals 0.5 t square minus 4t plus 7.75. H equals 0.5 t square minus 4t and plus 7.75. Let me just 5t square minus 4t. Okay, just evaluate the discriminant of the equation, right? It would be d equals b square minus 4ac. B is for negative 4. 16 minus 4, a is 0.5, c is 7.75, right? So when you evaluate, it would be 16 minus 15.5, that is just 0.5, and also it is greater than 0. That means a is also greater than 0. That means the parabola opens upward. So the parabola has two zeros. That means the vertex must be below the x-axis, right? Okay, let's start with question number 12. In the relation y equals 4x square plus 24x minus 5, for which value of y will the corresponding equation have no solution, right? Let's start with question number 12. The equation is 4x square plus 24x minus. Question number 12. Y equals 4x square plus 24x minus 5, right? Okay, move y other side. It would be 0 equals, because you have to calculate the value of y, 24x minus 5 minus y, right? Let's just evaluate the discriminant. A is 4, B is 24, and C is negative 5 minus y. That would be a constant, right? So let's just evaluate the discriminant. B square minus 4AC. B is 24 square minus 4. A is 4 and C is negative 5 minus y. 24 square is 576 minus 16 times negative 5 minus y. So it would be 576 minus 16 times 5 is plus 80 and plus 16y. So 57, 576 plus 80 is d equals 656 plus 16y. The question is for which value of y will be corresponding, the equation has no solution, that means, right? So the no solution means d is less than 0. So it would be 656 plus 16y less than 0, right? So just to evaluate, it would be 16y less than negative 656. So y is less than negative 41. That means the equation has no solution when y is less than negative 41. That is the only condition when the equation has no solution, right? Okay, let's just evaluate question number 14. Sasha claims that the discriminant of the quadratic relation will never be negative if the relation can be written in the form y equals ax minus rx minus s. Do you agree or disagree? Explain. Okay. The equation is y equals ax minus r and x minus s. You can see r and s are the solutions of the relation, right? So that means there must be two solutions and the discriminant cannot be negative. Okay, let's just do question number 17. Determine the number of point of intersection of the relation y equals x plus 3 whole square and y equals negative 2x square minus 5. Question number 17 it is. Y equals x plus 3 whole square and y equals negative 2x square minus 5. Okay, so they both are equal to y. Let's just equate them. X plus 3 equals 0 and negative 2x square minus 5. So it would be, let's just apply the square formula. It would be x square plus 6x plus 9 equals negative 2x square minus 5. So when you move it to the other side, 2x square is positive. It would be 3x square plus 6x minus plus 5 and plus 9 and plus 5 makes positive 14 equals 0. Let's just evaluate the discriminant, right? B square minus 4ac. 36 minus 4 is 3 and 14. 4 times 3 is 12 and 12 times 14 is 168. That would be negative 132. That means d is less than 0. That means there are no solutions of the equation, so the relation never intersect, right? Because this equation has no solution. That means they never intersect each other, right? Okay, we are done with the lesson 6.5 also. So we were working on grade 10 math. The chapter we're working on is quadratic equations. The lessons we have covered today are the quadratic formula and interpreting quadratic equation roots. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the questions I skipped. So if you need more help with any of the question, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9, right? So that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.